Every time you ask ChatGPT a question, train an AI model, or scroll mindlessly through your social media feed, you're leaving a carbon footprint. But which is worse for our planet? That TikTok scroll session that lasted way too long, or that AI image generator you've been playing with? Welcome to Fake Check, where we dig into the hype surrounding AI, tech trends, and give you the real story behind the headlines. And today we're uncovering the hidden environmental costs of our digital obsessions. The answers might surprise you. And yes, the situation is urgent, but don't worry, I've got some solutions that actually work. Let's get real about our digital carbon footprint. So what's the big deal? Let's break it down with some numbers that might shock you. Training a single large AI model can generate as much carbon as 5 cars over their entire lifetimes. That's according to a 2019 study from the University of Massachusetts Amherst, which found that training a large natural language processing model produces about 626,000 pounds of carbon dioxide. But here's where it gets interesting. Social media seems innocent by comparison, right? Not so fast. The global social media ecosystem, with its billions of users scrolling, posting, and streaming every second, collectively consumes more electricity than entire countries. According to a 2021 report by the Shift Project, online video streaming, including social media videos, generates about 1% of global carbon emissions. That's roughly equivalent to the emissions of Spain. And it's not just the electricity. Both AI and social media require massive data centers, warehouses filled with energy-hungry servers that need constant cooling. What we're seeing is an unprecedented growth in computational demand that's outpacing improvements in energy efficiency, says Dr. Emma Strubel, the lead author of that UMass study. But here's the kicker, and where our fake check comes in. While both technologies have significant environmental impacts, they differ fundamentally in how that impact scales. Let me explain. Social media's environmental impact is primarily driven by user activity. More users, more scrolling, more videos watched, more energy consumed. It's a linear relationship. AI, however, has two distinct environmental phases: training and inference. The training phase, where models like GPT-4 or Claude learn from vast datasets, is incredibly energy-intensive but happens just once. The inference phase, when you're actually using the AI, uses much less energy per interaction. Let's put this in perspective with a real-world example. 1 hour of Instagram scrolling uses about 0.15 kilowatt-hours of energy when you factor in both your device and the network infrastructure. That's about the same as running a ceiling fan for 3 hours. Now, asking ChatGPT a single question uses approximately 0.0005 kilowatt-hours, far less than scrolling Instagram. And this is the crucial part. Training that same ChatGPT model initially required an estimated 1287 megawatt-hours, equivalent to the yearly electricity consumption of about 120 American homes. And here's where the fake news often lies. Headlines often focus only on AI training only on per-use costs, never giving you the complete picture. The truth, it's complicated. Kind of like that relationship status we all used on Facebook back when dinosaurs roamed the earth and we still used Facebook. It's complicated, except this time it actually is. The real comparison depends on scale. For billions of users, social media's aggregate impact is currently larger. But as AI becomes more ubiquitous, that equation could flip. Let's see how this plays out in the real world. Meet Jose, a fisherman from a small coastal town in Chile. His community sits downstream from one of Latin America's largest data centers. The water temperatures have changed, he explains. The fish migration patterns are different now, Some species we relied on for generations have disappeared entirely. Data centers like the one near Hosea's town use massive amounts of water for cooling, up to 1.8 billion gallons annually for a single large facility. That's water that local ecosystems and communities often cannot spare. And it's not just water. In regions where electricity still comes primarily from fossil fuels, both AI training and social media usage translate directly to carbon emissions. Take Mongolia, where Microsoft recently built a data center to train AI models. With over 80% of Mongolia's electricity coming from coal, each model trained there has a carbon footprint up to 5 times larger than if trained in a region powered by renewables. But there's another side to this story. AI itself is being used to optimize energy consumption in data centers, potentially reducing their footprint by 15 to 30%, according to a 2023 study by Google DeepMind. And social media companies are leading some of the most ambitious renewable energy projects on the planet. Meta, Facebook's parent company, is now one of the world's largest corporate buyers of renewable energy, with commitments to support 8 gigawatts of new renewable energy projects globally. So who's the real villain here? The honest answer, it's complicated and it's evolving rapidly. So what can actually be done? And more importantly, what can you do? First, tech companies are taking action. Google has been carbon neutral since 2007 and aims to be carbon-free by 2030. OpenAI is exploring more efficient training methods that require less computing power. Meta has committed to net zero emissions across its value chain by 2030. The most sustainable computation is the computation you don't do, says Andrew Ng, AI pioneer and founder of deep learning AI. And he's right. The most promising innovations are making AI more efficient rather than just offsetting its energy use. For example, Meta's LLaMA2 model delivers GPT-3 level performance with just a fraction of the parameters, resulting in significantly lower energy consumption. It's like when you finally learn to pack efficiently for vacation instead of bringing your entire wardrobe, just in case. Work smarter, not harder, AI. But what about you? What can individuals do? Be mindful of your social media use. Each hour of HD video streaming emits about 36 grams of CO2. Use AI tools that prioritize efficiency. Smaller, optimized models often work just as well for everyday tasks. Support tech companies that publish their environmental impact data and have concrete sustainability roadmaps. Consider the digital sobriety approach, being intentional about your technology use rather than mindlessly consuming content. Remember Jose, the fisherman? His community has now partnered with that nearby data center to implement a water recycling program that has reduced freshwater usage by 65%. We didn't want to fight technology, he says. We wanted to make it work for everyone, including the planet. That's the future we need to build, one where our digital lives don't come at the expense of our physical world. So what's the verdict on our fake check today? The claim that AI is inherently worse for the environment than social media, that's oversimplified. The reality is that both technologies have significant environmental footprints, but their impacts differ based on scale, usage, and context. The challenge and opportunity is to push both industries toward a cleaner, more efficient future. The good news? This is one technological problem that we actually know how to solve, with renewable energy, more efficient algorithms, and yes, more mindful use of technology. As we wrap up today's fake check, I want to leave you with this thought. The most powerful AI in your life isn't ChatGPT or some future AGI system. It's your own awareness and the choices you make every day. If you found this video helpful, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to catch our next deep dive. Until then, stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep checking those facts.